Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today is my November wrap-up, and I have a lot of books to talk to you about today. Oh my god. Well, not really. I mean, I have 10. It's actually less than normal, if you think about it. But, yeah, I didn't prepare for this at all, so I don't remember any of the synopsis for these, so this is gonna be fun. But before we talk about the books, let's just talk about the stuff that I went and saw this month, or in the month of November. So the only movie I went and saw in theaters was Thor Ragnarok. If I had to rate that, give it like all the stars. 5 out of 5 stars. It was absolutely amazing. I loved it. I really loved Thor 1 and Thor Ragnarok. Thor 2, I remember absolutely nothing about. Nothing. I literally can't think of a single thing that happened in that movie. This is so bad. But that's pretty much, you know, like, I have to think that I really didn't like that movie because, yeah. So yeah, Thor 1, Thor 3, absolutely amazing. Thor 2, I have no idea. And then, other than Thor Ragnarok, I sat at home and watched Hallmark Christmas movies because why not? I had so many recorded, so it was like, I watched maybe like 2 or 3 a day. It was so good, but that meant that I didn't watch a single show. Well, that's not true. I watched all the shows that I'm caught up with and that I watch week to week, but I have none that I binge. And I was trying to watch at least one show, or at least binge watch one show a month, and that didn't happen in November. And the way December is working, it's not going to happen here. It's not going to happen either. So, yeah. I'm going to try harder in the new year, but yeah. This is a great end of the year, isn't it? Okay. Let's just talk about the books that that I read in November. I read 10 books, like I said, and I gave 3 of them like 3 stars, 3.5 stars for one of them. 4 were 4 stars and 3 were 5 stars. I don't remember any of the synopsis for these, and I am going to butcher them so badly, but let's just get on with that. The first book that I'm going to talk about is We Awakened by Colleen Hooke. I don't have a physical copy because I read it on Kindle, and of course my Kindle broke, so I read it on my phone, and yeah. My phone is used, if you didn't know, my phone is being used to record this video. So yeah. I used to have a physical copy. I don't know what happened to the physical copy. I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. I really don't. Okay, let's stop talking about that. Alright, so this book is about a girl named Lily. I kind of looked at the synopsis before I did this video, so that's the only one I can sort of give you a synopsis for. It's about a girl named Lily. She visits the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and she wanders into the Egyptian ring, and while she's there, she meets a 1,000-year-old mummy who comes to life. And he connects to her through her life force. He's using her pretty much to, because his canopic jars, which hold his power, are missing. And, you know, if he doesn't have those, he needs a Lily to tether to, I guess. That's how you can say that? Okay. So, together, Lily and Amun, who is the mummy. Amun is a prince of Egypt from thousands of years ago. And him and his brothers died. They were killed by a minion of Seth, I believe, is how it went. And Anubis came and granted them life, but they are brought to life to stop the rise of Seth, and then they're sent, you know, they go back to being dead. It's the best I could do. So yeah, Amun and Lily, together they go on the adventures to find his brothers and to stop the rise of Seth. And I gave this 3 stars. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but this was years ago that I knew that. So when it first came out, I can't even remember. I remember I pre-ordered it like 2 days before it came out, and I was so looking forward to it because I thought it was going to be something. And then I started reading it, and I realized that I was totally off, and then I stopped. So I have tried reading it like once a year for however long it's come out. And finally this year I put it on my list it was a must read. And if I didn't read it, then I just have to give up on it completely. But I finished it. I read it. I had it on my phone, so it wasn't like I could really give up on it. But yeah, it was okay. I didn't really like the Lily as much. I didn't really like the romance as much. I really enjoyed the adventures, and it was humorous. I mean, I laughed a lot. But yeah, I didn't love it. So I gave it 3 stars. Along with that, I read The Duke and I by Julia Quinn. Okay, so here we go. This is about Daphne, who, okay, so first off, this is the first in the Bridgerton series, and so this is, it's all about the Bridgerton family and, like, all the siblings and everything. So this is about Daphne, Daphne Bridgerton, and, she's the first, God, I can't do this. So Daphne is, I think she's close to being a spinster. I think she, her mother is really trying to find her husband, and she's trying to find a husband because she wants to be married. She wants to have a family. She has a really big family, and she wants that. Or she's part of a really big family, so she wants that as well. And then it's about Simon, who is a duke. His father had just passed, and so he was made named Duke. And he's come back to London and society. I think this is set in London. Pretty sure. And his best friend is Daphne's brother. And he really doesn't want to be with Daphne, but it's, you know, it starts off as like like they pretend to be in a relationship so people stop bothering them. But then of course, you know, it'll turn to something more. That's the best I can do for the synopsis. I gave it 3 stars. It was really cute. It didn't wow me or anything, but it was cute, and I really liked the characters. If anything, I give it like more like a 3.25. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I will be continuing on with the series of this. By the way, I will not be continuing on with Reawakened, just to let you know. No, I won't. Sorry. I really wanted to. And Colleen Hooke wrote the Tiger's Curse series, which I read the first one and absolutely loved. And then I read the second one and was like, okay. And then, I haven't continued on. I really need to, but then I found out that I think there's a 5th one. I had all 4, and I was like, I'm just gonna, like, marathon the series. And then I believe there's a 5th one. I'm not happy, because I thought the series was over. Apparently, I don't think it is. Alright, next book was London Belongs to Me by Jacqueline Middleton. Did I tell you this is by Julia Quinn? I'm not sure. Okay, London Belongs to Me by Jacqueline Middleton. This is about a girl who's from Florida. What's her name? Alex. She moves to London after college to be a playwright. Sort of remember this. She moves into her friend's flat because they're in London. So she moves into his flat. Of course, his girlfriend lives there as well as her brother. So she gets the short shaft because she gets like a closet as a room. So it really sucks. And then she meets up with an old friend, and she develops more friends, and stuff starts to happen, though, with her friend's girlfriend, the one that she lives with. His girlfriend is, oh my god. And she really wants to be a playwright, and she, she meets, like, a hero of hers. It starts off really good. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give a lot of it away. It was a really good book. I really liked the writing and stuff, and the romance, so I really didn't care about as much. I think towards the end I was like, okay, I really want to see, this wasn't really romance heavy, which is a good thing, but also for me, it didn't really keep me interested as much. I really liked the playwriting, and there's a lot of like fandom and like geek humor and, you know, like geeky things, and I love that because I'm, you know, I love Marvel and I love all things like geek pretty much. Hey, fun fact, I just last night watched my first Star Wars movies. I've never seen Star Wars. I'm marathoning all of it. I'm recording all the movies because they're still being recorded. But I started with number 4. That's what I was told to start with, so I started with number 4. So I did. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, right? That's what people told me to start with, so that's how I'm starting it. And I liked it. But I'll talk more about that in my December wrap-up. So, yeah, I like things, you know, I like things geeky. I thought it was really fun. It was really cute. Again, the romance really wasn't, you know, a part of it. So I really wasn't like, I was really looking more for romance where this wasn't. So I mean, I gave it 3.5 stars. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm afraid to pick up number 2 because I don't know, because I finally was like, okay, this romance is gonna be pretty good. Let's do this. You know, I'm like, now I'm into the relationship, like, and I'm afraid of book 2 because I've kind of heard something and I'm not sure if it's what I think it is. But yeah, I thought this was really cute. And I gave it 3.5 stars. People say that the next book is the best one in the series. So, or, you know, like, it's a better sequel than the first one. So we'll see. I'm really not good at synopsises, guys. Alright, the next book I read was Legacy of Kings by Eleanor Herman. This is a Alexander the Great, like, fantastical, like, historical fiction, fantastical retelling kind of thing. And this one is so intricate that it's so hard to come up with a synopsis. So it says, royalty, magic, love, betrayal, it's in their blood. Oh god. I don't know if I can remember, you know, like, okay, so this is about Alexander. I'm just gonna read the back, because it's so hard to come up with a synopsis for this. It's sort of like Fallen Kingdoms. If you've read that, then you would know. It's, like, about so many characters who, like, who all, like, sort of, connect together, and it's so hard to come up with a synopsis for that. Alright, so it's about Alexander, who's Macedon's 16-year-old heir. He's on the brink of discovering his fated role in conquering the known world. Katerina must navigate the dark secrets of court life while keeping hidden her own mission, kill the queen. Okay. Jacob will go to unthinkable lengths to win Katerina, even if it means having to compete with Hephaestion, a murderer sheltered by the prince. Hephaestion is Alexander's best friend. And far across the sea, Zofia, a Persian princess, seeks the deadly spirit eaters to alter her destiny. Yeah, okay. So I remember, like, all the characters, I remember, like, their stories, because they all, like, veer off, but then they kind of connect, and it's so intricate, and it's so hard to come up with a synopsis, so that's pretty much the best I can do for you guys. But I did really like this. I do want to continue with the next book. I won't continue, like, right away, but I do want to continue with it. I did like the characters, and I liked the reveals. There were a few things that were like, oh, okay, this is good. Yeah, it's a fantasy, like, historical, yeah, it's like a historical, fantastical retelling of Alexander the Great, and, yeah. I mean, it's so hard to, you know, talk about it, but I did like it, and I gave it 4 stars, and, yeah. Next was A Shadow Bright and Burning by Jessica Cluess. This is about a girl who has, like, these fire powers, pretty much. She can burst into flames. Yeah, Henrietta. So Henrietta can burst into flames, and she finds out that she is the first female sorceress in, like, forever. It's been a long time, and they believe that she is the chosen one. There's a prophecy, and they believe she is the chosen one of that prophecy. But she doesn't believe she is, and, you know, there's, like, this big, like, sorcerers and magicians are, like, enemies. They don't really get along, and it's like it's a Victorian era with magic, and I really like this one. I say I give this one more like a 4.5 stars. I really like this one. There's semi-romance, but it's not really romance heavy as much. It's just more about Henrietta who wants... Oh, that's something I forgot to mention. The Ancients. They're like these shadow demons. Wow, yeah, it's pretty much. But yeah, they're like these shadow demons, I think, that that Henrietta, that's what the prophecy is, that she will stop them, or, you know, she'll destroy them or something like that. So, yeah. But Henrietta has this friend, his name is Rook, and he was touched by one of the ancients, and he has, he's marked. It's so hard to talk about, like, what this is about, but it's about Henrietta and what lengths she'll go to protect Rook, because she, you know, he's her best friend and she loves him, and yeah, and then there's other sorcerer trainees that she meets that, you know, it's not really a love triangle, but it's more like a who will she pick, you know? But the romance isn't heavy in this at all. I don't see it. There are some moments of it, but I really enjoyed it, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, or 4.5 out of 5 stars. Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh is the next book. Oh, by the way, these two and Reawakened were all part of my 2017. So, I did really well there. And I only have one left to read in December, so, yeah. Snow Like Ashes is about, in this world, there are these kingdoms that are, like, oh, I think I'm losing my voice. The seasons are all, like, or the kingdoms are the seasons, pretty much. There's a winter kingdom and a spring kingdom, and 16 years ago, the winter kingdom was overtaken by the spring kingdom, and there are only so many survivors. And Mira was a child when this happened. She's the main character, and she is in love with the, Mather. Yeah, she's in love with Mather, who is her best friend and the heir to the throne of the Winter Kingdom. And yeah, it's just all about them trying to take back their kingdom. I liked it. I saw the plot twist coming. I really did. I really liked it, though. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I am wanting to continue on with the series. I thought the writing was really well done. I really loved the writing, and yeah, I mean, I liked the romances, the romance in this. It's not what you think. I like one of the romance relationships in this. I'm kind of hoping it'll keep going. I ship 2 people, and I'm really hoping it'll actually go. But yeah, I saw the plot twist and coming, so I couldn't give it a 5 out of 5 stars, but it was still really good, and I highly recommend it. 4 to 5 stars. Alright, the last 4-star book is Invictus by Ryan Groden. The future's hope is in the past. Okay, this one was weird, but I liked it. So this one's about Far Away. He was born outside of time. His mother was in ancient Rome, and she was in love with a gladiator, and that's his father. And yeah, so she gave birth on the ship during the travel between ancient Rome and, you know, where she's from, which is oh, it doesn't even say, does it? Well, the future. So he was born outside of time, and he wanted so badly to become like a government time traveler. Oh my god. See, this would be better if I actually prepared for this. All he's ever wanted was to explore history for himself, but after failing his entrance exam into the government program, He'll have to settle for a position on the black market, captaining a time-traveling crew to steal valuables from the past, which was amazing. I loved the crew. The crew is so good. He's the captain, and then I think his cousin, and then there's also, oh my god, what is it? There's like a, it's like a red panda or something. I want to say it's like a panda, but it's pretty much Firefly meets Doctor Who meets Fringe kind of thing, and this was so good. It's just all about them going back in time and stealing valuables that nobody will really miss, that were, you know, said to have been, oh my god, said to have been, you know, lost in time. And one of the times they go to is to the Titanic, which is so good. Yeah, I really liked it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I don't know if this is I want to say that this was, I think this was a standalone, but I'm not entirely sure. But if it was a standalone, this was really good. And this was a really great introduction to Ryan Gosling's writing. I have not read a Ryan Gosling book. I've heard really, really fantastic things about her writing, though, and I'm really glad that I picked this up. 4 out of 5 stars. Alright, so the last 3 books, of course, are my 5 out of 5 stars. First one is a reread, and that is First Grave on the Right by Dorinda Jones. This is about Charlie, who is a part-time private investigator and full-time Grim Reaper. Yeah, she's a Grim Reaper. She can see spirits, and she helps these spirits go into the light, aka her. She is the light that they must go into. And she solves crimes using, using the ghosts. You know, she can talk to them, she can see them, she can speak with them, and she can solve her crimes, using, what they know and everything. I really loved it. I read this before and I really loved it, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I really want to continue on with the series. This was hilarious. This was so funny, just so good. And it was exactly what I needed at the time, so yeah. And Loving Gelato is the next book that I read by Jenna Evans Welch. Now, normally I wouldn't give this a 5 out of 5 stars. Normally with these types, unless it like really, really, really blows me away, I would just give it like maybe a 4.5 or a 4 star. But this one was exactly what I needed at the time. I mean, it was just so exactly what I just needed something cute and fluffy and funny. And this one, for the first time in like a while, I wanted so badly to just keep reading. Like, with all of these, yes, I wanted to read, but I could put them down and come back to them. This one I read in a matter of, like, a day. I just didn't want to stop reading it. I really loved it. And this is about, a girl named Lena. Her mother has died of cancer, and her mother's dying wish was for her to go to Italy and to meet her father that she's never met, and to spend the summer with him. And yeah, I mean, Lena's like, I've never met this person, and you want me to go and spend the summer with him. Okay. In Italy, in a foreign country. Okay. And then Lena's given, while she's in Italy, she's given a journal that her mother wrote during the time that her mother spent in, I think it's Tuscany. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, it's Lena's adventures in Italy. And I saw the plot twist coming with this. Didn't really care. I loved it. And then there's also romance, of course. Loving Gelato. I mean, by the way, this makes me want to eat gelato so bad. I've never had gelato. I just bought it, and I am going to try it because now I have to. This one makes me really badly want to try gelato. And she meets Ren, who's so cute and so adorable. I love him. And, you know, there's a lot of drama in this, but it's mostly really funny, really cute, and really fluffy, and I loved it so much. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. The last book that I read in the month of November, which wasn't exactly the last book, but I loved it. And that is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Yeah. I loved this book. At first, I really wasn't, like, loving it. Like, this was one that I was listening on audiobook as well as, reading it physically. And, oh my god. So, like, the very beginning, I was like, okay, alright, I'm not really liking this, I don't think. But once you get to, like, a certain point, you're like, now you're hooked. Now you're so hooked. I think it's, like, after, like, maybe 100 and so pages, that's when you, like, get hooked, and you're like, okay, this is going to be my favorite book of all time. Well, it really didn't become, like, my favorite book until, like, the end. Until, like, because I didn't see that plot twist coming until the very end. Like, I saw it right before it, but normally I can see it, like, ways before it, you know? And I mean, until the author was pretty much telling you, this is what's going to happen, like, it was giving you clues, that's when I was like, wait a minute, are you kidding? I was so happy about this. Oh my god, and then the ending broke me. It was so sad. I need the sequel in my hand so badly. This is so good. So good. I didn't know if I was really gonna like it, because I did enjoy The Daughter of Smoke and Bone, even though I still have to reread that and continue on with the series. I just remember it being... I remember being good, but it was like, okay. I remember really liking it, but I remember also being apprehensive about going into the second one. This one makes me just really need the second book. Really badly. Oh my god. Okay, so this one is about, Laszlo Strange. So this is about a boy named Laszlo Strange, or a man. He is a librarian, or something like that. And since he was 5, he has been obsessed with the lost city of Weep. Which technically Weep isn't its name, that's just the name that's the only name you can say about it, you know, it's the only word you can call it, because the name has been stolen, memories, or, like, everything has been stolen from it, so Laszlo has dedicated his whole life into finding any piece of Weep that he can, and, yeah, I mean, I can't say too much about it, because I went into this blind, and it was so fantastic, and you need to just read it. This was so good. If you haven't read Strange the Dreamer yet, I know it's big, it's massive, and it's intimidating, but it just reads so fast. It was so good. It was so good. I love it. I love it. And there's another, it's multiple perspectives. There's 2 characters, technically. I'm not gonna say what the other character was, because then it would spoil the rest. I don't think it would spoil it, but again, I went into this completely blind, and I really loved it. So, it's about Laszlo Strange, who has dedicated his whole life to the lost city of Weep, and, yeah, oh my god. I mean, it tells you here everything. Again, I hate reading those, just because. But on the second Sabbath of 12th moon in the city of Weep, a girl fell from the sky. Her skin was blue, her blood was red. Just take that, okay? Just read it. It's so good. 5 out of 5 stars. I give it all the stars if I could. I need the second book. Lainey, when are you gonna when are you gonna bring out the second book? I need this book in my hands so bad. Oh my god. I really want the second. Now I have to read Daughter of Smoke and Bone. It's the next book that I'm just, like, needing to pick up, because now I need more Laini Taylor's writing. Okay, oh my god, that was long. That was 30 minutes. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know this was a long one. I will try to do better in the future. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.